From small beginnings to organising one of their region's biggest events, we have the Taupo Model Railway Club representing Taupo District.
Good morning, everyone. I'm David Trewavas, the Mayor of Great Lake Taupo District, the events capital of New Zealand. And I'd like to welcome these particular great volunteers we have from our district, the Taupo Model Railway Club, which has made a huge difference to our community. We are based on events. We have a low population, we have a large geographical area, but we base ourselves on events. This particular organisation, the Taupo Model Railway Club, has made a huge difference to our GDP and made the event is one of the biggest we have on our calendar. Their use of resources is just fantastic. It's all volunteer based. It's all the income they put back into the community is fantastic, and it's made out of volunteers, out of a hobby. Out of men's hobbies, women's hobbies, girls' hobbies, and they actually put money back into the community via way of groups. So I'd just like to introduce Brent and Brucey.
Hi folks, well, it's certainly a great pleasure to represent the region down here for what we do as a hobby, as fun for us, and what we can share with a lot of people. It has now become a national show, recognised right throughout the hobby industry within New Zealand, and very strong in the North Island, and that's where we attract a lot of our exhibits from. From small beginnings back in 1996 was when I first became involved with the Hobby Expo, and I've been there ever since, and it has grown. Unfortunately, our foundation set up person whose concept it was when we changed from having a standard old model railway show with a few model railways where families came along and women said, oh, it's all trains. His concept was to expand the event, hobbies for the family, hands-on participation as much as we could. That took us to the Great Lakes Centre in the centre of town in those days, and initially in 1996 we started out with 30 exhibits in a small, their main area in there. But the response we got from that in the first year was absolutely amazing. So on the second year was we made our initial approach to get support, so the Lion Foundation came on board, and I must say that the Lion Foundation have been on board so far 18 out of 19 years. They've been great support for us as the show has grown and the budget's become bigger and bigger to present. We also sold naming rights to the local Starlight Cinema, and Peter has been on board as well. So between Lion and Starlight, they're the major sponsors of the two events. Other than those, we go out and pick up where we're in a position to be able to sell trade stalls or something like that, where we can get a little bit more feedback from. The concept of the show has always been family affordable, hands-on, and good value for money. Within that, the Starlight Cinema always provides something extra for the families to be able to do, whether it be ride on trains, climb rock walls. We've had model making, painting, those sorts of things. So yeah, it's really been good. Hobbies that we've included, we've hung gliders up in ceilings. The kids get the opportunity to climb in and out of planes, ride on trains, right through there. The size of the show has grown that much that we were encouraged by the local council to move up to a bigger venue up by the AC Baths Reserves, which meant with that we also got on board with the radio, who took us regionally. The event really expanded, and we've had our biggest years up there with some years we've had up to 6,000 people through. So it's really hitting and targeting the area right around the area. Interestingly enough, like all other groups, you have the bureaucracy to deal with and the ins and outs and what you can and can't do. With our event centre up there, it's a indoor basketball venue. They spent thousands on some fancy floor, and guys like us go in and we bring the marine scale modelers down from Auckland each year, and they put a big piece of black polythene down and fill it up with water. And we have the caretakers really sweating all weekend while the water stays in that polythene, and the kids are able to run model boats in that round in the remote control side of things. So that's really where that is. 2 of the 3 of us organised the event over 12 months through the year to touch base with the exhibitors that we do have, and then as it culminates to the day, from the Thursday night through to Sunday night, we have about 25 to 30 volunteers for the event running the show. So over the years we've had put quite a bit of input into it, time-wise, hours-wise, and people-wise. The benefits back to the community I'll go over. I'm just going to hand over to Bruce at the moment, who is going to explain a little bit about his side of it.
Hello people, I'm Bruce, I'm chairman of the Model Railway Club. I've been involved with the Hobby Expo for 15 years now, mainly in the day-to-day running of the event, which takes us 3 days. We start January Friday, wind up late Sunday night. Our club has 20 paid members, ranging from 4 life members, a couple of families, and the rest are associate members. Of those 20, only 10 of us are active. The rest are either live in another town or just can't walk or are too crook. During the Hobby Expo, we need about 25 members to run the event, so we go around asking a few wives and a few sons and a few daughters and whoever's around at the time to give us a hand. It's all hands on deck. We get a few excuses, but we try not to make too much of it. During the course of the couple of years, we've had a few people that have been to our expo, namely the Lego man from Wellington. He drives a bus. He's now a full-time member of our club. Calls in every couple of weeks, has a place of trains and mucks around. So that's one of the reasons we run the expo, is to gain new members, but also to keep our club afloat and to keep all the other clubs that are part of the Hobby Expo family afloat. During the last couple of years, we've made significant donations to the Girl Guide trip going to England, a school trip that went to Japan. We made a donation to them. The Aero Club turned up last year with their glider, put it back in the trailer, broke the window. Could not afford the insurance premium, so we paid $500 to them. It kept them happy and they were able to continue business. The Cosy Girl marching team, which is a bunch of aged ladies that do marching around the place, we pay them $400 a year. They come in, run our canteen. They also buy the food, sell the food, make a profit, so for them that's a good weekend. They're able to go to the Nationals. Basically, how we run the expo is we put a thing in a paper, invite clubs to come. If you've got the time and the energy and want to spend 2 days promoting your wares, then you're allowed to arrive. Free of charge, we hire the tables, we pay for the tables through sponsorship. We've got a little bit of money in reserve in case something happens unbeknown. Last year, a guy locked his keys in his car, had to wait a couple of days for someone from Wellington to come and fix it up, so we paid for his hotel bill. But that's what we're all about. We've come into a fair bit of grief over the years from the Model Railway fraternity because we're not a fully trained expo. But that's not what we're about. We're about helping the rest of the Taupo clubs gain new members, gain a few donations, whether it be jet skis, battery-operated trucks, cars, helicopters, mobile caravans. Someone said, why have you got mobile caravans here? Well, if you spend 180 grand on a mobile caravan, that's your hobby, isn't it? So we've had to broaden our shoulders a bit and look outside the square, because the Tuesday painters and the Monday muffin makers are getting too old now and they don't really turn up. So that's all for me. Thank you.